What's up? Welcome back to Duty's Daggers. It's a big day. It's a massively big day. Before we get to the unboxing here, I want to take you through a journey. I want to take you through my knife journey in a nutshell. For most of my life, I carried whatever looked cool at Big Five. Sporting goods store. I would go in there, looked at the low end Gerbers and Kershaws and Smith and Wesson knives, and I would spend $20 to $30, sometimes maybe 40. And I was content with that. I went through most of my life with a pretty dull knife, and it served me just fine until I got into the knife world. I stumbled across a video of someone reverse flicking their PM2, and that's what sucked me in. I suddenly began to realize that there was a huge vastness to the knife world, and different blade steels and opening mechanisms, locking mechanisms. There's so much, and I'm still learning to this day. My first purchase, once I really started researching my knives, was a Rat 2. I spent weeks researching, spent about $35 on this bad boy right here. As my knife addiction progressed, I eventually spent around $160 on a PM2. Not this exact PM2, but a PM2. And that was the most I'd ever spent, probably $160, $150. That was a big deal, man. Big deal. I loved the knife so much. And as it progressed further, I made the big jump to buying a used XM18 Hinderer. Got it used for around $380. That was a huge deal. Huge deal. This was an ultimate grail for me for a long time. And it kept progressing, and I eventually spent $450 on a Demco 8020, USA made, the big boy. It's an incredible knife. $450, man. Worth every penny, I think. And then I got a little deeper. I spent $600 on a micarta inlaid Chris Reeve Sabenza Large in Magna Cut. $600. Holy shit, dude. That was a big purchase. And that brings us to today, where I have, for the past, 3-4 months, been saving my money, waiting for a big check to come in on a side job that I worked months and months on completing. So I saved, and the check finally came in, and I bought a grail. I bought a knife that I had been wanting. I pretty much around when I first got my PM2 was when I first started seeing them around, pictures online and videos. And obviously, back then I thought, there's no fucking way I'll ever own one of those. But as you see, it progresses. And if you're in the knife community, no matter where you are on this list, I guarantee you you're going to get up to, maybe Hinderer level as far as you'll go. But I doubt it. Even if you never think you'll spend $600, I'm fairly certain that eventually you will. That's just how it goes, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love it. So let's clear these off, and let's get to the next level. It's right here. I just spent $950 on this knife. Saying that number aloud baffles me. It baffles me that I would spend that much money on a knife. I don't understand it. I do, but When you think about $950 for a steel object, seems absolutely outrageous. Still. But I did it. That's how much I wanted this. You know? Gosh, I can't wait. Alright, here we go, folks. Woo, woo, woo. Oops. Oh, oh, baby! Oz Machine Company, proudly made in the USA. It's a Rosie, folks. It's a gosh dang Roosevelt. And I bought it. I bought it used, but it's not used. It's brand new in the box. The guy I bought it from, Pocket Priorities, you might be familiar with his YouTube channel. He had this and had a duplicate. So he had one that he had been using, one that was brand new in the box, and I bought the one that was brand new in the box. So, yes, this is brand spanking new, never been used. Let's look at it. Oh, gosh. Oh, Roosevelt. I had got number 1449. They are all sequentially numbered. So this is the 1,449th Rosie that they have ever made. Birth date 2/24/23. Magna cut 63 to 64 HRC. Radial milling. Oh my gosh, let's take it out. Oh, it's so light. Oh my gosh, it's so light. It's unbelievably light. This dark stonewash is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse flick it here. Whoops. Oh my god. Oh my god. That feels crazy. That reverse flick feels crazy. There are so many cool little secrets with this knife, and oh my god, it's thin behind the edge. Woo! Oh, baby. Gosh. So this is, they call this milling pattern the radial, I believe it's, yeah, radial. Yeah, radial milling. And it's the dark stonewash. I guess they call it just regular stonewash, I don't know. But it's a it's a dark, heavy stonewash, and it looks incredible. There's a lot of versions of the Rosie. I had a few opportunities to get different versions. But I'm so glad that I waited and found this one, because this is like my ultimate knife right here. I absolutely love this kind of dark stonewash. I love milling. This milling pattern, I just love it so much. Just the full stonewashed look is just so my jam. This is, oh man, it's so comfortable. Holy crap. That reverse flick, dude. Oh, holy crap, dude. This is amazing. This is really, really amazing. Really, really amazing. So there's 2 detent balls in here. And I'm going to go over everything in the full review. But it's sort of like a Brian Nadeau nub detent where there's no like click up here where the detent ball is coming off of the tang of the blade, because one of the detent balls is always on it. Or, well, maybe not. I don't know. However they do it, there's no, it's kind of like the nub. Also, the detent balls are sitting above the lock bar, but they are not interfacing with the lock face like a Sebenza, which I'm so glad, because that rock on the Sebenza bothers me. You can actually see the lock bar insert comes a little bit above the detent ball, and is actually is the thing that's interfacing with the tang. So that's awesome. 100% solidly locked up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. I want to measure behind the edge because it feels crazy thin. Is it 8 thousandths? Maybe 10. Between 8 and 10 thousandths. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, baby. The choke up spot is unbelievably comfortable. You know, this is a knife where it's not meant to hold back here. It's meant to hold like this, you know? That's just how you hold it. Kind of like the Native 5. A very similar knife, I would say. Also the Cubit, I believe, reminds me of the Roosevelt a little bit too. These 3 knives are kind of, in my mind, similar. Man. You know, one major difference between the Native 5 and the Roosevelt, why I think the Roosevelt is a better design, even though I love the Native 5 so much, is look at all this wasted space from the plunge grind to the scale. Look at all this. It's just flat. It's the full thickness of, you know, the blade stock. See how that plunge grind comes all the way back to the scale there? They're wasting no space. You get that full, as much edge as you possibly can. And you still have the really nice choke up spot, because you're actually, the choke up spot is more in the handle than on the blade. On the Native 5, the choke up spot is mostly in the blade as opposed to the handle. Such a cool way to do it, you know? Having a choke up spot where you're really close to that, you know, where the edge begins, but you're not wasting any blade or any edge at all. So cool. That's just one of the cool things about this knife. I watched Knife Nerdery's 1 hour review of this knife. He did a review of this knife that was an hour long. Huge deep dive into it, and I watched all of it. And I'm going to be pulling from that when I do my review, just things that he pointed out that I might not have even noticed. Really, really cool stuff. So go watch his review if you want like a super in-depth take, review on the Rosie. He did an incredible job. This is in Magna Cut, like we saw on the COA 64 HRC. Can't wait to try this thing. This is going to be a gentle user. I'm going to use this gently, but I am absolutely going to use it. You know, this thing, as soon as you get it in your hand, you just want to cut with it. You know, it's one of those that it's just made to cut, man. You can't just, I mean, you can't do whatever you want. I can't just let this sit and not use it. I just can't do it. Perfectly centered. Gosh. Whoops. Just caught my finger. That is such a nice reverse flick. It's one of the best reverse flicks that I've ever tried. I'm trying to like show you guys the best I can. It's just very crisp. Feels almost like a Brian Nadeau nub detent, but not quite. It just feels a little different. Not in a good or bad way, just different. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievably light. This is such a good EDC knife. I think it's about 3 ounces. I don't know if it says on here. I don't think so. I believe it's... maybe it's less. It could be less. But anyways, very light. Is it... how does it feel? Actually, it might be a little lighter than the Native 5 with the aluminum scales. Without the FRN version, the Native 5 is lighter, obviously, but lighter than the Cubit. It's very light. I mean, we got deep, deep weight relief milling on that side. Super deep. Kind of see it there. Alright, I won't make this video too much longer. I can't believe it. I can't believe I have one of these. It's just, it's mind-blowing. I love their logo and the number right on there. Just looks so nice right there. Oh, I'm in love. Absolutely in love. Alright. I love you guys. Like the video before you head out. I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to sit here and play with this for the next couple hours. Alright, bye-bye.